Make cauliflower this way. Steaks crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. Take a large cauliflower and remove all the green leaves. This is a key step to ensure clean, even slices. Take a frying pan and put the cauliflower slices in it. Pour boiling water into the pan, enough to submerge each piece of cauliflower. Cook the steaks covered for about 5 minutes. This will make them perfectly tender. Take a plate and mix flour with your favorite spices. I use paprika, black bell pepper, and garlic. In a separate bowl, crack the eggs and scramble them. Coat the cooked cauliflower slices thoroughly in the flour and spice mixture. Then dip it into the beaten eggs. Repeat the coating process twice for better flavor. Heat the olive oil in a frying pan. When it's hot, add the breaded cauliflower steaks. Make sure there is enough oil so that the sides of the steaks also fry. Fry each steak for about 4 minutes, until golden and crispy. For extra flavor, top the steaks with sweet bell pepper slices and sprinkle them with grated cheese. This is a fantastic alternative to traditional meat dishes. Cauliflower steaks are tasty and are made very efficiently. This method will ensure that your cauliflower isn't bitter. I'll share a way to make cauliflower perfect and avoid any unpleasant smell while cooking. First, remove the leaves. Then, divide the cauliflower into smaller pieces. Take a bowl and fill it with water. Thoroughly wash all the cauliflower pieces in the bowl. Fill a pot with water and add a teaspoon of sugar. This will keep the cauliflower snow white and eliminate any bad odors during cooking. Next, put the cauliflower into the pot and cook it for 8 minutes. The sugar and cooking time are key to ensuring the cauliflower isn't overcooked or too hard. After 8 minutes, the cauliflower is ready. Turn off the pot and drain the cauliflower using a strainer. Once it cools slightly, it's ready to eat. Serve it with green parsley. It's a delicious addition to any meal. I add 1 teaspoon to the boiling broad beans. Thanks to this detail, it does not cause bloating. There is a way that will allow you to enjoy the delicious taste of broad beans without being subjected to troublesome and embarrassing bloating. Prepare broad beans for cooking as before. That is, rinse them in cold water. Put it in boiling water like this. Boil the broad beans for no longer than 30 minutes. It is then ready for consumption. Its skin will become wrinkled. Now pay attention. After 3 minutes of boiling, throw a tablespoon of salt into it. Then add a tablespoon of sugar. The next ingredient is dill. The secret ingredient to add last is cumin. Add a tablespoon of it. It is the cumin and dill that is the whole secret of not bloating broad beans. It is the addition of cumin to the pot of boiling broad beans that eases digestive disorders, stimulates the secretion of enzymes by the pancreas, and makes broad beans easily digestible and gentle on the stomach. On the other hand, if you add a handful of fresh dill, the broad beans will have a pleasant aroma, and unpleasant discomfort should not occur. Broad beans are very healthy, so it is not worth giving up eating them. The season for broad beans is short, from June to August. It is worth enjoying its taste. Pork loin and pineapple melts in the mouth. You have not tasted something like this before. Take an oven-proof dish into which you put sliced pineapple. Then add 3 tablespoons of olive oil to the bowl. In the bowl, combine all the spices you will use for the meat. I use smoked paprika, pork seasoning mix, and dried garlic. Rub this aromatic mixture on the pork, making sure the meat is evenly coated. Now, take the smoked bacon slices. Lay the strips of smoked bacon flat on a board so that they slightly overlap. Place the seasoned meat on the bacon and wrap it on both sides, completely surrounding the pork. Secure the bacon with kitchen thread to prevent it from unrolling during cooking. Put the pork prepared in this way into the dish with the already sliced pineapple. Then transfer the dish to an oven preheated to 200 degrees and bake for 20 minutes. After this initial stage of baking, reduce the temperature to 180 degrees. The pork loin is ready when it runs clear juice when pricked. Slice and serve as desired. Enjoy a beautifully prepared pork loin. This dish is an unusual combination of the sweet taste of pineapple with the smoky flavors of bacon, I guarantee you that your guests will be delighted. Enjoy. Here's a trick from a famous restaurant. This chicken breast will melt in your mouth. Start by taking 3 large chicken breasts. Then make slits along them to create an opening. Gently pull the opening apart. Next, take a pan and fill it with water. Once the water starts boiling, add some baking soda. Place the prepared chicken breasts into the water. Cook them for about 5 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the remaining ingredients. Cut 4 medium potatoes into smaller pieces. Then slice 1 medium onion. Grate the carrots on a large mesh grater. Slice a few parsley leaves as well. Now remove the chicken breasts from the pan and transfer them to another dish. Then fry the previously prepared vegetables in the same pan. Start by adding the potatoes. Fry them for a few minutes on low heat. The next step is to add the chopped onions. After a while, add the previously grated carrots. Fry the vegetables on low heat. Meanwhile, prepare the marinade for the meat. Pour 2 tablespoons of soy sauce into a bowl. Then add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste and a tablespoon of honey. Carefully mix together. Now put the previously fried chicken meat on the pan with the vegetables. Brush them with the prepared marinade. Fry them for a few minutes on low heat, and then put them in an oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. After this time, the vegetables and chicken are ready. Juicy chicken breasts with vegetables is a perfect dish that melts in the mouth. Here is a tried-and-true recipe for a nutritious dinner. Start by cutting toast bread into small cubes, just as you usually do for croutons. Don't throw away the crusts. Instead, cut them into smaller pieces. Next, put them in a jar with milk and leave them for a while. Meanwhile, place the chopped bread on a baking sheet and put it in a preheated oven at 100 degrees Celsius. Bake it for about 10 minutes until it is crispy. Now, prepare the meat. Take 300 grams of chicken breast and cut it into smaller pieces. Cut 1 onion into 4 parts. Add the onion and chicken breast to a food processor or blender. After a moment, add the milk-soaked crusts. Transfer the blender's contents to a bowl. Add salt and pepper to taste. To improve the consistency, add 2 egg yolks. Mix everything well. The next step is forming the cutlets. Prepare a bowl of ice-cold water. On another tray, place the pre-toasted bread and the meat mixture. Wet your hands in the water and take a bit of the meat mixture. Shape the meat into an oval shape. Then coat it in the bread. Turn it over so that the cutlet is covered on both sides. Heat a pan over medium heat with a little oil. When it is ready, place the cutlets one by one and fry until they are golden on each side. Remove them and place them on a paper towel for a few minutes to get rid of the excess fat. You will be amazed at how tasty they are and how quickly they can be prepared. Pazharsky cutlets are nothing more than ground chicken cutlets, but made a bit differently. They have been a staple in our home for years, and the whole family enjoys them.